Hello and welcome back to another out-of-spec detailing video here from Clear Detailing in Northern Colorado. Today we've got a big boy in the shop. This is the 2026 Silverado EV Trail Boss edition. And today we're going to be doing a full build quality analysis, walking around the truck, getting a feel for the fit and finish. We'll also jump inside, talk about the interior that is specific to the Trail Boss here, and give you a final verdict on how well this thing is actually built. Welcome back and let's jump into it. Well, Jordan joins me behind the camera today, and we're going to take you through the new Trail Boss. Dude, this thing is awesome.
I think this is the Silverado EV to get.
Yes, and stay tuned for our reviews video, which we're actually going to be filming after this, talking about the Trail Boss, where it really sits. This, we're really just focusing on the fit and finish, the build quality, because I've been pretty critical, Jordan, of a lot of GM products. Very cheap plastics. I'm gonna say it once in this video right here. I'm very disappointed in the interior plastics. That's it. We can continue moving on from that because you guys have given me enough crap, because I've given Chevy and GM in general a lot of crap about their interiors. Do you think it's justified though, Jordan?
I mean, it is a lot of money, but I guess the money's going towards drivetrain.
It's going here,
Big
really.
ass battery, technical term.
Very, very big battery. Over 200 kilowatt hours in this thing. It is just an absolute monster. So quickly, let's run through the specs. So this is the not extended range. This is the max battery pack. What's the actual official EPA range on this, Jordan?
Yeah, so it's 478 miles, which is crazy good.
Even on 35s, 18-inch wheels, a 2-inch lift that comes with the Trail Boss. That's a ton of range, dude, a ton of range. Let me pop this open. I want to show you guys through the sticker on here. So this one starts, these really start a little bit lower than this if you look online. If you get the extended range, starts at 72,000.
Yeah.
The big battery is a little bit more.
Yeah.
About 88,000 it starts at, which would make sense because you have destination fee in here. So this one, price to spec, 93,940 bucks. Dude, that's not a cheap vehicle.
It's a lot of money, and again, not to keep going back to plastic, but if you don't like the plastic, just spring for the Sierra EV.
Which still has plastic.
Still has plastic, but it is a nicer interior.
It's a nicer truck, to say the least. Lots of changes also, Jordan, for 26 in terms of trims of the vehicles. So no longer RST, which we already have that here on the channel. We're gonna go through more of that in the reviews video, but let's talk about build quality here. There's a few major things that I want to notate up front here. NVH, dude, seriously improved, and really seriously improved from this whole midgate situation. When this originally launched, I think you and I both drove Sierra EV, as well as I was in Silverado RST. The midgate was noisy.
Yep.
Sitting in the back seat, a lot of just kind of ambient wind, road noise coming through. I don't specifically know what they've changed, but it's way improved. The other thing, Jordan, that's way improved, this one doesn't have air suspension, which we'll talk more about in the reviews video. It's actually unbelievable. It rides really, really nice on this setup.
I thought so too. I thought that in the work truck as well.
Yes. So, I've never been in the work truck.
Yeah, so there's a few trims. I mean, at the moment, this, I guess you could say, is highest trim, Trail Boss.
Technically, but kind of not technically. It's weird because GM's like, yeah, this is top trim, but then LT is technically more expensive than this. Yeah. This kind of seems like the Raptor version, right? Which is always the most expensive F-150.
Yeah.
But this is top trim, but you can spec the lower trim higher than this. Very confusing. We have a lot to dive into. So let's start here, Jordan. We're going to do a quick run through of fit and finish. I want to keep this video a little shorter since we've had Silverado EV on the channel beforehand. So my overall impressions were actually the exterior fit and finish was good. Interior, little disappointed with. We have a major issue though on this truck. So I'm going to light up the lights up here. Have you seen this yet?
No.
Oh, okay. So let me come in here.
You need the key, don't you?
Gosh dang it. Why is that a thing?
Here's the key.
Key's great.
Pretty normal key, Chevy key.
I think it's great because you can, oh, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
This is full of water. This is not the camera doing weird things. So like you can see there is a bunch of dirt and grime up here.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let me leave this on in here.
That's crazy.
All right, we've got the light bar to stay on here. Dude, what is going, look at the pixel literally flashing.
Gosh, that's rough.
We should note this is also a press vehicle from Chevy. So my assumption would be this thing's been off-road, but like, yeah, you just bought a $93,000 truck and it's got water in this.
TFL just had this. I wonder if we can look at their footage and see if it was like that
So
before.
literally when you open this, you can see the water like slosh around. At least I could the other night.
Oh.
Yeah, look at it right there. It's literally sloshing. That is crazy. Okay, so needs a little work up there. You have a huge front trunk up here, which I think is super usable.
Yep.
It's great that you're not lifting it over stuff like this. Really love that. Power actuation is fantastic on it. The button's a little hard to find the first time you're looking for it. See how this closes down? Ooh, not the most like amazing.
Yeah.
It's a truck. Who cares about that stuff? So fit and finish here. First thing I'm noticing, the light bar kind of sticking in a little bit. You can see this is a little bit not perfect, but actually it's even on both sides. So I'd say that's probably design intent. But if I'm looking at it, like Jordan's looking at it at an angle, kind of sticks out a little bit. I do like on the Trail Boss here, you get the red tow hooks, which always makes it look a little nicer. I hope it also comes through that this is actually orange and not red, because I think in videos it comes out very red.
Yeah, it's kind of like habanero orange. I love the color.
That's the color.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
Cool. Nailed it.
You absolutely nailed
I know
it.
my peppers.
Yes. Jordan, one of the things I really appreciate about this vehicle over the RST, all of this cladding.
Yeah.
All this cladding is now plastic. I think most people would think this makes it cheaper. For an off-road truck, for a truck in general, this is the correct move. Instead of having this all piano black, it's gonna get scratched up, it's gonna look terrible. I really, really like that. So front end, dude, I've looked through this, it all looks pretty tight. Other than this, I would say is my biggest nitpick throughout.
Yeah, lines look good.
Look at all of this stuff, really tight throughout here, looking really good. Even down the doors, this all fits really nice. I do notice that this front fender kind of sticks out a little bit. If you want to come down this side, you can kind of see that there. It's not the end of the world. I think it's okay. Huge mirrors on this. I will say one of my biggest issues with the mirrors is the passenger side mirror. GM, for whatever reason, feels like you want a 4x magnification on the passenger side, which is really weird. And it feels like everything's so close to you, which doesn't help when you have a truck that is huge.
Right.
Don't really love that. Cameras on here, actually impressive. We can quickly show that inside. Love very simple door handles here. Nothing weird, no weird buttons. This feels nice, opens up great.
Nice
love
door
that.
thunk.
Great door thunk. GM's always had the door thunk down, to say the least. Up here, Jordan, noticing some oddities, not 100% perfect up there. What's weird though, this fits almost exactly perfect there.
Interesting, yeah.
Very
So
strange.
it's not like the whole door is off. It's just like trim stuff.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that they actually did this in piano black. As much as I hate piano black, it does look a lot nicer than like cheap rubberized material. I'll tell you one thing though, these things are a nightmare to polish.
Oh,
my dad had a 2500 AT4 GMC. I tried to polish these out literally with the softest polish ever and they just turned into complete haze. This is a known issue on GMs. Really weird, and it's only the bottom ones, not the top ones, not this, not this. Only this section.
Weird.
Very weird.
But I agree. I like it all piano black, and I like the mirror being black instead of body color.
It looks really nice. I like the blacked out emblems here with the little blue E, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
Looks great. Also, running boards on here that actually match this, that looks fantastic. I love that. I also love on these how you can just tell exactly where the battery pack is. It's just this entire thing. Love that. Really like the Trail Boss logos in here. Fit and finish throughout, all looking pretty darn good, dude. The little spoiler up here, okay, it sticks up a little bit. Luckily, no wind noise coming from that though.
It's funny when I look at the forums and people's commentary on this, there's still a handful of people who hate this C-pillar sail, as they call it.
It's gotta be for aero.
I think it's for aero. I think it looks sick. I've always loved the Avalanche, so I'm a fan of it.
Yeah, everybody says it's so cringy that I call this the Avalanche, but it's like, it's
No.
cool.
So yeah, it's
that
so
should have
cool.
been the name of this. It would have been awesome. Dude, biggest charge port ever.
Yeah.
I can fit many hands in here. It's in the correct location
Pizza
also.
smaller than that.
Love that. perfect. Like the light up here. This, never a fan.
Nope.
Somebody needs to really just have an industry standard CCS charge port, even though we're all going to NACS.
Yeah.
So 2026, Jordan, this doesn't have a NACS.
I know, they're just slow on that. Optic is like the first one, and everything else, you know, the new, what is it? The new Bolt will have NACS. But maybe that'll be the first Chevy product.
Yeah, but to be fair, these don't charge amazingly well on Tesla superchargers.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a big boy charging vehicle.
Yeah.
Like 380 kilowatts, I think we've seen on these.
Yeah, somewhere
Huge.
around that.
Huge power. Huge taillights also. I really like how these look, very distinct styling. But dude, like the fit and finish throughout this thing is surprisingly impressive. GM really does a good job on exterior fit and finish, I think. Also, normal tonneau cover.
Yep.
There is something so good about these. This is an $1,800 option though.
Oh my gosh.
Very expensive here. I also love back here, the Split Pro tailgate.
Yeah.
That also doesn't fit great. Notice this, Jordan?
Oh.
Yeah, this is gonna get completely worn out here.
Yep.
But the cool thing with this, look at this. Boom, boom, boom. Now you can actually step into the vehicle easily.
Super nice.
We thought this was the dumbest thing ever when it first came out on Sierra, I guess it was, for GMCs. We got a HD, and we thought this was dumb. It is so useful.
Yeah.
Because, dude, look how high this is up here. It is to my waist.
Yeah.
There's no way my big butt is jumping up there.
It's like 3 feet off the ground. And you know, Ford has their like, thing slides out, goes down, the thing comes up. This is a different approach. I like this approach a lot.
Way better. The stereo back here is utterly worthless. It sounds so bad.
It's so terrible. Yeah, we tested the other day. Normal like Bluetooth connectivity, just 2 small kicker speakers that sound worse than any Bluetooth device you could probably buy off Walmart.
You could just get a little JBL speaker and just set it here and it'd probably sound just as good. Somebody also mentioned when we were playing this that it literally sounded like it had negative bass.
Yeah.
And that is totally right. It is absolutely terrible. So let's fold this up. It is quite heavy, but it's not bad. It feels like it's slightly power assisted. Oh, that's brutal there,
Yeah,
dude.
I'm worried about that.
Brutal.
Does it do the same thing when you just do the whole tailgate?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
No. Does it? Why does it? Yeah, you can literally, look at that.
Yeah. So it's because the angle of closing is more aggressive when only half of it's closing.
Oh, that's probably true.
So if
isn't
you're
it?
doing the entire thing, it's a more gradual angle.
Yeah, you're totally right there, dude.
So they designed it for the whole tailgate, not the split gate.
Yep, that's fair enough. So, few things I'm noticing here. A little fit and finish issues side to side here on the tailgate. Notice a little bit bigger gap over here. We kind of see that throughout trucks.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that massaged a little bit, but I think it's pretty good. Again, dude, though, the fit and finish mostly is extremely impressive. Like, all of these tolerances, really, really nice. That's an area like Rivian really struggles with on T and S, so that looks exceptionally good. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with it. One thing I noticed, if you want to kind of stand a little bit back there, this door is sticking out a little bit, isn't it?
Oh yeah, just a little bit.
Just a little bit, a little massaging. So let's, dude, great door thunks though. Great door thunks. Fit and finish here, fantastic. Up here, yeah, still a little off in that area, Jordan.
Interesting. But once again, on right here.
Yeah, that's really weird. Overall though, I would say exterior fit and finish, pretty darn good on this thing. I would give it a thumbs up. I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah, paint looks pretty good too. So
Other than the rear tonneau cover, like for an $1,800 option, that should be a little bit more optimized. That doesn't feel great. Oh, and the Chevy bow tie up front. That's really, really bad.
I've never seen that before though. So maybe it's not it could just be a press truck
So
issue.
this thing could have been like some serious off-roading, like wading through water. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It could have gotten water in there, but like also that's an electronic.
Yeah.
That is definitely going to short out eventually.
Yep.
For sure. So that's a little wonky. So we now jump into the GM AC that is blasting. Super cold.
They're known for good AC, that's for sure.
They very much are. So this has the specific interior to the Trail Boss. What's your initial thoughts on it?
I mean, looks pretty good. Got a little bit of orange stitching, a lot of silver stitching, so like dual color stuff. Various shades of gray. That seems pretty normal. Just a little bit of the color here, but it's not the same color as the exterior, which really kind of annoys me.
I think that is the normal color on Silverado.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Because the RST had that, if I remember right.
Yeah. Well, RST I thought was like just pure red, but maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, I mean, it's very a lot of piano black, a lot of plastic. but we've kind of,
We
once
can't
again,
say anything about the plastic.
you're right.
Jordan.
We've already moved on from that.
But yeah, I like the little touches here. Do I think it's like necessarily special enough? I don't know. I think they could have gone a little bit crazier. I do like the seats though. The seats are very comfortable. The AC seats are great in here. Like the little piping, the accented stitching. I feel like they could have done a little bit more, like maybe put Trail Boss in the headrest up there. That could have been a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
Overall though, dude, I actually love the screens in Silverado. I think they're very, very nice. The driving position's great. You can get nice and low in it. Steering wheel feels fantastic. This also has hands-free or lane keep. What is the situation with Super
So
Cruise?
it has hands-free Super Cruise and pre-mapped, which is normal, and the pre-mapping gets better because they keep expanding, but this now has lane centering on non-pre-mapped roads.
Okay, cool.
Which is cool, and that once again, that's a GM across the board thing. Cadillac, Chevy, they're all getting that for 2026 and later.
Nice.
As far as I know, not backwards compatible with 25, which I don't really understand, or
That's
earlier
weird.
years. But they could change that. They're just prioritizing the vehicles that are launching with it.
Okay, interesting. I mean, we've driven this thing around. We did Super Cruise. It's impressive. Is it leading tech of the year like Motor Trend said it was, or whatever the official term was? Absolutely not. So I'll have you jump in here, Jordan. Let's quickly run through kind of the screens very quickly. We're not going to do a super deep dive on it, but we get the GM bongs, many more bongs.
A lot of bongs.
Dude, this thing's high to get up into.
Yeah, it is.
It is beefy to say the least.
Wow, it's ice cold.
Ice cold. Now, one thing I will say, the the panoramic roof up here is fantastic. I really dislike though that it doesn't have a shade. We were out the other day in this thing. It was pretty hot out, like 95 degrees. You could feel a lot of heat intrusion coming in.
Totally.
So I would like to see some sort of shade on this, maybe even electrochromatic. This is also optional. So you can add this or you can leave it off, which I do kind of like.
Yep.
Because if you don't want it, you don't need to have it, but it's $1,500 for the option.
Yeah, and I really like having it in a truck. I mean, being in the back seat, you really don't feel as caved in. And also being in a back seat of a truck like this, so much space.
Dude, this
Which is cool.
space in these trucks are crazy. I feel like you're pretty much sitting in a different zip code. Like, this is just huge. Everything about this thing is huge. Screens, though, I think are pretty fantastic. Like, in terms of the quality of them, they look really good.
Yep.
Software, I think we have some different feelings and issues with. Overall, it's kind of in the middle. I would say it's a mix of good, mix of bad. Some things I don't like, Jordan. That's annoying. You know why? Because I always leave my air vents here and my wife is like this. That would drive me nuts to no end. Those should line up. So I would just immediately do that every single time. I don't know. That's just a weird, quirky thing for me. Love the black headliner in here. Should be standard across the industry. Always black headliner.
Yep.
Love that. So all of this stuff, dude, huge center console.
Lots of space.
my gosh.
A single wireless phone charger, which is kind of funny to
You
me.
have so much room. You could easily put two there.
I know, they could have put two. You have USB-C ports down there, which is nice. But I will say, like, I mean, it is nice and cool in the cabin, so maybe your phone won't overheat, but how hard would it have been to pump a little tiny bit of air just coming out of there?
Yeah, just
that
one
would have
little
been
vent.
so easy.
Would have been perfect. But I do like that you can kind of throw this back. And then also, dude, look at all this. This is,
Yeah.
I feel like you could just fit like a skateboard right here.
Yeah. And everything
Insane.
does feel like pretty good. Like, I wonder how well this would stay in place.
This feels really nice. Like,
But
it's
everything's
very well dampened.
Built nice, dampened nice. Yeah, it doesn't feel cheap. Like, I feel like
I agree.
We've given Chevy crap for the plastic over the years, but the quality of said plastic and implementation has improved.
Here and there.
Here and there. Not across
Escalade
the board.
IQ, not so much with the creaky cup holders. Dude,
Yeah.
this thing is like rock solid
Why does
here.
Chevy not have creaky cup holders, but the upscale Cadillac does?
That's crazy, crazy. I love that you have hard buttons here. This is nice. They're easily clickable, so you can just,
Oh, they're the see.
Okay, I don't like that. I really don't like that.
I would prefer switches that go up and
Yes.
down. This is everything's down, which feels like a waste of space. They could have added more things and just had them up and down.
You'll get used to this though, to be fair, but like immediately looking at how the arrow is, I'm like, where's that going? These feel really nice, very easy with gloves on. If it's cold in the winter, boom, you can crank that up. Love that. The buttons on the steering wheel, actually fantastic. They're not piano black. They have very good touch points to them, can interact with all the screens. Very much love that. Volume control on the back of the wheel, love it.
Okay.
Also, regen paddle here is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think about that. But dude, it does feel like a good truck. When you're sitting up here, the plastics, again, I'll say it one more time, just some of this stuff doesn't feel that great.
Yeah, but again, it's like, I think you're paying just for the function of the truck, which is why I think the work truck actually, the work truck sells pretty well. And I think new for this year, the work truck gets the big screen too.
It does.
It used to get the small one.
It does.
Which means the work truck used to have Apple CarPlay and maybe doesn't now. Which is a lot of, that's another thing in the comments. In the forums, so many people say, I love the Silverado EV, the Series EV, I won't buy one. They're like, I won't buy one unless they add CarPlay back. Some fiery people out there.
I don't know, dude. This is pretty good. The route planning on this is really, really nice.
Yeah.
I like that you can bring up Waze on the screen. I have my issues with the software, but I also do think for somebody coming into the EV space, it's kind of a good mix between feeling like normal GM software, but also having the essentials that you actually need here, specifically for electric car things. So one thing I would quickly want to point out here, Jordan, we also have a new terrain mode, being that we are in the Trail Boss.
Yep.
We can play with that later on the full reviews video. Up here though, dude, feels big, feels imposing.
Yep.
It feels great driving down the road. Really, really nice.
Love it. Really rock solid grab handles. I mean, everything feels decent for being plastic.
Yeah, honestly, the most impressive thing is the NVH here. Very quiet on the road, even being on 35 all-terrain tires. No rattles in here at all. Like, it is really impressive. So I may be annoyed with the plastics, but also the way the plastics are put together, I will give a thumbs up on, because it is really, really quiet and comfortable in here.
Yep.
So I'm pleased with that. Let's quickly jump to the back seat and then we'll wrap this video up.
How are you feeling there, buddy?
Jordan, this is incredible. This is how a truck should be back here. A little bit higher than I would like to sit. You can definitely feel it's kind of stadium type seating back here, but there's a lot going on under the seats to be able to fold the midgate down. Little compromises there. I kind of still wish though that you could option these without a midgate.
I agree.
To fold down.
I know that would complicate production and everything, but I especially early on when the midgate was a bit more sound problematic. Now that it's improved, that's great, but I feel like there's so many people that will never use it.
Yeah.
And so I'd rather have an option with no midgate and then maybe a bit nicer seats back here.
Yeah, a little bit more plush, a little lower, maybe even the ability to fold these up and have this whole space just completely flat, I think would be a big upgrade. But dude, the space here is just absurd.
Yep.
Absolutely absurd. This is one of the best things about these trucks. Oh,
does it again. That's not lining up.
Why do they do this little red situation in here? Like, just piano black is fine. Heated seats back here. It feels very plain decontented back here, which I'm not offended by.
Well, it's funny. This is the optional comfort package, which includes ventilated front seats and rear heated seats. So if you don't have that, it's truly nothing back here.
I wonder if they just
USB
like have dummy buttons here.
Maybe, yeah.
That could be interesting to check out. Yeah, dude, I mean, it's great back here. The back seat is fantastic. Again, the NVH improvements here are very much welcomed. It is cool though that you can fold the seats down, the midgate can go down, you can shove stuff back there. Like, I'm thinking of people who use like paddle boards often, instead of having them stick out the bed of the truck, just have it right here. And Jordan, huge impressive thing here. When you fold the midgate down, the motors sound incredible.
Yeah.
Because there's no damping that they do back there in terms of noise isolation. So when you fold this down, it is just like raw motor sounds. It sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I would just drive around like that all the time. True
Agreed.
Colorado truck.
It is a little loud though in terms of like, you do hear some more road noise and intrusion, but it's kind of cool. Yeah. I do dig it. So yeah, dude, I think the back seats, you know, perfectly fine. Does this necessarily feel like a $93,000 truck to me? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
But you also have 200 plus kilowatt hours underneath your feet.
Right, and for a lot of less money, $16,000 less, you can get the extended range, which is still over 400 miles.
It's like
and
60 miles less.
Yeah, 60 miles less, and still over 400 total, and then you still get basically the same truck.
Yeah,
So
pretty wild. All right, let's hop out, give our final thoughts, and then we got to go film the reviews video.
That's right. All right, built Ford. No, wait, wrong.
Built Ford tough. This is a Chevy, brother. Yeah, pretty impressed here, Jordan. There's a few small things that I'm like, okay, I'd like to see those improved. Again, the badge up front, having water intrusion in it, that really shouldn't happen unless your vehicle is like literally in a flood. Could have been underwater. I have no idea. This is a press truck. These things get beat to heck. The tonneau cover is a little disappointing there, especially paying almost $1,900 for that option. That needs to be better optimized because something will definitely break there. But like the Trail Boss feels to me, Jordan, like really the sweet spot here because it rides really nice. You have off-road capability. Now again, this does not have air suspension, which I think is kind of the way to go on these trucks. They ride so much better. The air suspension always felt clunky to me. It's also, consider this, you have a truck like this out of warranty. Dude, air suspensions are no joke. It's not if they fail, it's when they fail.
Right.
They will definitely fail at some point. So I like, you know, the traditional spring over strut, whatever type of situation going on here. Yeah, fit and finish, pretty darn good. Interior improvements, I'd still like to see GM make some improvements on their interior. I understand it in Chevy world, but it feels like to me as you move up the ladder, some materials get nicer, but like it's just still plasticky. I don't know.
I know, but we've also seen other companies like I think Ford and some of the Chinese companies get creative with nicer interior feel while still remaining cheap.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like for me, it's just the quality of the plastics they put in here that is so frustrating. I know I said I wouldn't talk about this, but the plastics, dude, it's just like you look inside and everything just feels so cheap. Like to me, this should kind of be the work truck interior and then step it up to, you know, $90,000+ vehicle here, even an LT trim. Okay, have a few little plastic pieces here. So those are the improvements I'd like to see. Any other thoughts you have on this?
No, I still stand by. I think this is the Silverado EV I would get. I mean, there's other trims, there's unique things for everyone, but the RST disappearing doesn't bother me. That already felt like you should just get a Sierra at that point. This feels like the move, and maybe even the cheaper trim without the huge battery. I don't feel like most people need it, but if you want to tow, this thing can tow. Like this thing can do a lot, which again, we'll get into with the full reviews video. But from a build quality perspective, I mean, Chevy knows how to build cars. They've built them for a while. So no real complaints other than this insane.
That's like crazy, dude.
I just keep seeing it and I can't, like that is crazy.
That is pretty wild. Well, we'll end it off there, Jordan. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you on another one soon. Bye-bye.